What's up everyone? Today we'll be beating Rake on Chimps, and this has been a highly requested video as my old guide is outdated. But to start off, we are going to place a submarine as far right as we can in the puddle, and then a dart monkey on the far left. Then we are going to upgrade our sub into a 001. After this, we are going to save up for a ninja monkey, and we are going to place him right where the two paths almost connect. And we are going to leave him unupgraded, and we are going to save up for Pat Fusty. Now, this placement of Pat is pretty tricky. You want him about halfway up so he can attack all of the paths that go around him, but you need to leave enough room for a tack shooter to be placed in later. So if you're going to miss high and place him a bit more up. After this, we're going to upgrade our ninja into a 100, then go over to our sub, get it up to a 201, and then we'll go back to our ninja and get him into a 201 as well. Another thing is make sure that Pat is set to strong targeting priority, and we're going to leave him on strong for the entire run. But now we are saving up to upgrade our submarine into a 202. Now we are going to place a sniper down in the very top left of the map and get it up to a 100 and set its targeting priority to strong, and this is really just to help out with the lead balloons that will be coming our way shortly. Pat can take care of them, although if you put down a sniper it is much more manageable. But next up we are upgrading our ninja into a 301, and then we will be placing down a tack shooter down to the right of Pat. As you can see, it's a pretty tight fit, but if you placed him right he will be just fine. Then we are going to place down an Alchemist and get it up to a 300. Now you want this guy to only be able to buff the ninja and the tack shooter, because we don't want these buffs going to any of the other towers that we have down right now. But after this we are going to upgrade our tack shooter into a 204. So on round 40, we are going to use Pat's Roar ability once the blimp is almost in range of Pat, and you should be able to pop it no problem. However, if you want to be a little more safe, you can always upgrade one tower to get just a little more damage. But next up, we are going to upgrade the Alchemist into a 402. We will place a monkey village right on top of the Alchemist and get it up into a 210. One thing about the monkey village is that after these upgrades, we want it to affect all of these towers in the middle so far. And then we're going to get our submarine into a 402 just so we can get camo detection as well as do a bunch of damage over time to tons and tons of balloons. But after this, we're going to upgrade our monkey village into a 310, and then we're going to save up and get our tack shooter into a 205. So here on round 55, I did use Pat's Roar, although it was completely unnecessary. I will try to point out every time I use an ability, although if I do miss it, that is why I play the whole video, so you guys can see exactly how I beat the map. But we are coming up here on the tack zone upgrade, but that'll really be the main damage dealer for this run, so just spam click it once you get close to being able to afford it on round 59. Now that we have the Tack zone, we are going to place down a bomb shooter just to the left of the monkey village, and we are going to get this guy into a 204. Now these guys are excellent at clearing large amounts of balloons, especially ceramics, and since we already have primary training, we might as well place down some more primary monkeys. But next up, we are going to upgrade the monkey village into a 420 so that all of our towers will have instant camo detection instead of having to wait on the sub, and they will also get the primary mentoring buff. Next up, we will be placing down a spike factory to the right of the final intersection, and we'll be getting this guy into a 024. Now, I did change his targeting priority to smart for a while, as it does split up the attacks 50-50 for each track, although I did switch it back to normal, as we do need more tracks to be on the right side rather than the left, as the Tack shooter does damage one of the tracks more. But after we get this guy into a 024, we are going to place down his own personal Alchemist so that it will be constantly buffed, and we'll be getting the Alchemist into a 300 for now. Now that our Alchemist is a 300, we are going to go back to the Spike Factory and get it into a 025 Permas Factory. So on round 82, once the fortified BFBs got a little too far for me, I did activate Pat's Roar and we handled them no problem. But now we can finally afford perma spikes, and this is really what will counter the DDTs later on in this run. But after this, we are going to upgrade the Permas Factory's Personal Alchemist into a 402 just to keep it constantly buffed. Then we will place down a new Alchemist. That will be a personal one for the Tack zone, and we'll get this guy into a 402 as well. Next up, we will remove the obstacle so none of our towers have to worry about shooting around it, and then we'll place a glue gunner to the left of the bomb shooter. Now, we want this guy to be affected by the monkey village, but out of the range of any of the alchemists, and then we are going to get this guy into a 013 and set its targeting to strong. Then we'll be placing down a sniper right below the glue gunner, also affected by the monkey village, but not any alchemists, and we'll get this guy into a 420 and also set its targeting priority to strong, and this will really help us out with any mob class balloons, especially DDTs coming later on. Next up, we'll be placing down an engineer. If you can, work him into being affected by the monkey village and not any alchemists, although it is not necessary. And we'll be upgrading this guy into a 040 so that he can overclock our perma spike factory later on. So on round 94, once all the BFBs were popped and only ZOMGs were left, I did activate Pat's Big Squeeze. It might have been a mistake as we missed out on his stun, but I did use it twice and it worked just fine. So round 95 is here, and right when the DDTs start to come, activate Pat's Roar and you'll pop them all pretty easily. But now that we have the overclock ability, we are going to be spamming this thing on the perma spike factory whenever we can. It is a great combo to overclock the spike factory as well as having an alchemist on it, as the buffs work perfectly with each other and not using up the alchemist buff too quickly. But after this, I placed down 2 alchemists, one on the beginning of each track, and got them both to 030s. I was debating switching it up, although this way did work 3 times in a row, so I didn't want to change anything. Though, if I did it another time, I would test out going only one of the alchemists and then going a 040 sub. With this way, you don't have enough money to get the first strike ability, making the bad kind of tough to deal with. So maybe I would skip out on the top alchemist and then be able to get first strike. That's something to experiment with, but I decided to go this way and it worked every time that I did it. But after this, we are going to upgrade the glue gunner into a 023 just to be able to put the glue on more balloons, and then activate Pat's Roar in the middle of round 98, as that is a pretty tough round. On round 99, you should beat it no problem as long as you activate Pat's Roar once the fortified balloons come up, and then when the bad comes around 100, just activate the Roar as soon as you can. Now, this is where I wish I would have had first strike, but we still beat it. It just got a little close on the spikes. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.